what do you think about Filipinos that don't really support their kids?
I have to go to the court, file the case, and make his life miserable. And we're kind of tolerating that man doing that. When you think about deeply, when you're here in the Philippines, you can understand why if you are a foreigner and being with a Filipina like me, that's why I don't encourage you to be with me because it's just it's bigger, taller. Yeah, don't be in a rush. I know we are very tight, but
Are you also interested in dating a foreigner right now?
I honestly, after I tried a long distance relationship with after the breaks up of the father of the boys, their father. After that, I had two relationship, long distance relationship. The first one is really funny because we are like chatting online like 2 years and 6 months, 8 months, I think, and we didn't meet. And the second one is like our relationship. We met once, but we decided to because of the COVID, because of the pandemic. So we decided to this is not gonna work, kind of like that. He's in US, I'm in Philippines. But yes, I am interested in the future, hopefully.
Okay, you say that it was the procedure when you already broke up with your ex-husband.
Hmm.
How many
Yeah.
years have you been separated, ate?
I think almost 7 years now.
Seven
Yeah.
years. Okay. What
Mm.
happened? What was the issue?
Major and minor issue, and we're trying to work the relationship, of course, because of the boys. And then we have to face the truth that it's just we're not gonna work together anymore. There's just a lot of things that I couldn't share through online, but I don't right now. My boys is sometimes visiting him like twice a month. It depends. If there's no school, they can travel to his place often, but if there's school, it's not often, like twice a month. So we're in
Okay.
a good term. We're not talking to each other, but we're kind of like sharing the boys sometimes.
Co-parenting.
Yeah, but most of the time, my boy's staying with me. He's not supporting financially, honestly. Yeah, it's
Okay.
very
I have a question, and this is related
yes,
to your answer right now.
yes.
So, what do you think about Filipinos that don't really support their kids? They have the kids. Why? Oh, why? They don't really support their
Yeah, and I
kids.
think it's because of what Philippines getting used to it. In some other country, fathers are really obligated to support their children. Here, me in my situation, I got tired of asking. And for me, when I thinking about I have to go to the court, file the case, and make his life miserable and make my time being wasted, I I realize why I keep kind of pushing him. He should know his responsibility because he knows he's not asleep. So if I keep constantly pressuring him, it's just gonna bring me emotional kind of depression and disappointment and wasted my time. I think most of the Filipina that like me is kind of like feeling like that. And going to the court in here is expensive. It's gonna take time. You gonna spend all your time in there, and now both of you are not working for your kids. So I'm thinking, I just not gonna. I just wanna completely be away from him and focus on raising my kids, raising my boys in a good way. So yeah, I know everyone is saying that to me as well. They said, why didn't you let him support? Like, no matter what I gonna do, if I squeeze him, he's not gonna do that. I mean, if he's gonna, okay, I will support if I got a job. What if you don't have a job? So what you gonna do? I cry and then wait for him to like have a job and be miserable? instead of like, just doing your best for your boys, for your kids. So that's what I am thinking. I mean, it's not a good way for them. It's kind of like we're kind of tolerating that men doing that. When you think about deeply, when you're here in the Philippines, you can understand why most of the single mom, separated mom, are just kind of like tired fighting for it. It's just not worth it when he don't have a job. If he's rich, of course you're gonna say, okay, we'll fight for it. I gotta waste my time doing that. But if you know the background of the man, your husband, just just don't do it.
Okay. I would say that yeah, it is a waste of time, especially right now that Philippines, like when they try to process
Yeah,
it, it would really take time
effort
and
and
effort.
emotion. It's emotion as well
Yes.
because when you kind of like you have to share your story in there, even in like if we're gonna talk about annulment, it's really emotionally damaged because you have to talk about the experience, why you have to apply the why you have to be annulment should be granted. So sometimes it's just good to like avoid it than dealing with that over and over again, same person. It's just a waste of time.
In your opinion, what is the reason why Filipinos are like that? That they don't really support, they run
I think
away
they are
from their
very lazy.
obligation.
I think that's they don't understand their responsibility, and they don't think about the future. If I gonna support these kids, if I gonna support these boys, one day when I get old, they will look at me and say, "I'm proud of my father," and because he did everything to support me. But they don't think like that. I believe like some other Filipino are very responsible and know of their. I've heard a lot of Filipino that very responsible and know what they are kind of like have to provide. But some other like just doesn't understand and just prepare to be like kind of choose to be just okay. I gotta be lazy in here. I don't have. I can't always words that like use the words like that. I can't. I don't have. So yeah, unfortunately, some other Filipinos like have to suffer with that.
Yes, definitely. I've seen
Yes.
those. What is your opinion about divorce?
Honestly, I am gonna say as a Catholic, we are a Catholic here. Most of the Filipinos are Catholic. They're that's their kind of like thinking about we're Catholic. It's a sin to even do it like that. But what if honestly, I feel bad a little bit about it. There are a lot of people that been separated like me been separated for like years and years, but they can't have a chance to live a life that it's married with the right person, like I gonna say that I wish they gonna look at those people that being separated for years already. I'm not talking about those just separated yesterday and they gonna apply a no divorce today and it will be granted. I care about those couples that already find another partner in their lives, but they can't legally marriage because the other person is still married from the past relationship. It's very kind of like sad to think like that. But yes, I wish divorce will be granted in here, but there is a kind of like, what is the requirements or like how long you've been not together. They can evaluate the situation before granting the divorce. I hope it will happen like that. Yes.
Yes, because here in the Philippines, they would really try to mend the relationship. They don't want you to be separated with your
Yeah.
partner because they're thinking that they can still help you with it.
And I mean like I believe like if the couple is want to be together, they will work the best first. But I mean, they have to go there. What is name of that? Like they gonna go to counseling at first and stuff like that. That's why my opinion about divorce is like they gonna there's a qualification. If you're already separated for years, that's the time you can apply for divorce. like I don't know how hard to do that, Lowe's, but that's my opinion about it's being so unfair for those separated for years already, but they are still in trap for the past relationship and they can't make their life any better with their partner because you're still working on annulment. Annulment is expensive. It's just
True.
sad to think.
I absolutely know for a fact that it's really
Mhm,
expensive because we have subscribers that they're also
mhm,
processing their annulment and they've been processing it for many years already.
mhm.
That's why I asked you that how many years have you been processing?
Yes.
So,
But annulment is still depends where you came, the area, I mean, the place. And sometimes if your partner, for example, my partner didn't sign their like, kind of like, make it more harder. And this is a kind of thing as well. If you are a foreigner and being with a Filipina like me, that's why I don't encourage you to be with me because it's just like it's difficult. If you are in a situation like that, you are with a Filipina like me, make the relationship with you and the Filipina like, private for now. And, while working on the things, because if the husbands know that, you got fired, something like that, some other will start pressuring. And I'm not saying all, but some other.
yes, definitely. There are also situations that you can end up in jail. So,
Yes,
it's
yes.
better to
Yeah, because
just be private.
yeah, about that is me. It's depend as well. If the husband is really completely supporting his children with this woman, and she will get another boyfriend, another foreigner, so that's definitely they can both go to jail. But if my situation, like the father is not supporting me and the boys, and I get my boyfriend, I have a boyfriend in case I can file him a case as well, like because he's not supporting me. But I must say it depends the situation. I think, yeah,
Yes, definitely. If the husband, the
yeah,
ex-husband has really want they really want you to be in jail,
yeah,
they could do that.
yes, yes.
So when it comes to dating a foreigner, you say dating a foreigner and a Filipino. What's the difference? Like, what can you say about dating a foreigner and dating a Filipino?
I gotta say, dating a foreigner, honestly, in my own opinion, it's pressure because you have different culture, different country you grew up, and their jokes sometimes you can't get their jokes. It takes you a big humor to really understand the jokes. And but I must say, I can see the difference. Foreigners, most of the foreigners are very like, they want to provide you and they want to make sure that you're being taken care enough. uh, as I said earlier, Filipinos, it depends upon the Filipinos because I know some Filipinos are very responsible, some other Filipinos are very lazy, and just kind of like don't want to put an effort. But I must say, overall, the difference, of course, the language. Language is just so effortless, a very like you have to put a lot of efforts in there talking to if you fight you have to like really learn a good English. You fight, you argue to this boyfriend, kidding. I think the difference is like very the foreigners are they're very responsible. Yeah, and sometimes they always want to take care of you. Yeah. And Filipinos as well are very calm, laid back. Sometimes if you are really like if you it I think it depends. Some of the foreigners are not good as well. I don't know. I think I'm getting confused now with my own self.
So yeah, we have different personalities. Foreigners are the same too.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, I think yes. It's bigger. taller.
Are we talking about the height, or are we talking about the height
It
below?
could be indifferent in all areas. In all areas. Yeah, it's different, honestly. Like the size, the size of the, you know,
The height, okay.
yeah, the height.
I,
Yeah, oh, yeah, height.
I thought the thing below we're talking about. So
Don't get us wrong.
what can you advise to those Filipinas that is interested in dating a foreigner, but they don't really know what is the attributes of a foreigner, that they don't know the behavior of a foreigner? How can you explain it to them that this is the thing that you need to do and you need to prepare?
Yes, I think for the Filipinos that interested in foreigners, you have to take your time to know him, and if you meet online, don't plan big things in online. Like for example, getting married to him, and how many kids we gonna have. Kind of like sometimes we get into emotion so much, and we forgot that I never been in this with this person yet. So what if so get to know him more and see if you really like it. Some other Filipinas, because they're in a very fixed mind that I want a foreigner. And they just not gonna, they ignored red flags and it's okay. Like they're in the mindset that, oh, I'm just a Filipina and he's a foreigner. Don't ever like bring yourself down in terms of that. And to be fair for yourself and to be fair to the foreigner. And be honest, be natural, be yourself so that you can get what you gave. Like if you gave, like you're being genuine, you're being honest, you're being kind of telling the truth, uh, and be like slow, kind of like take your time, I think.
Okay, so that is your advice for them. Okay.
Yeah, don't be in a rush. I know we are very tight, but take your time. As much as you
I'm thinking about a different type.
can. I mean, like tight, and oh my god, what should I say? Like type and want to go abroad, or like type in money, you need help, something like that, because some other Filipina go to the mindset that, oh, he's gonna give me a lot of money, gave me whatever I want. Don't think like that, because you will be in a rush if you're gonna be feeling pressure to search someone. If you want someone that will be honest to you and love you genuinely, take your time and the right person will come. I believe in that. I'm just waiting in here though. I'm kind of nervous and pretty.
Thank you for your explanation about tight.
Yeah, honestly, I'm afraid you don't understand me right. So this is what Philippines.
Thank you so much, Ate Weng, for answering all of my questions. I definitely
I
appreciate it.
really enjoy. Thank you for having me tonight.
Yes. And can you go ahead and tell us about your channel?
Yeah, my channel is about, being, I always try to be like having, like show them the natural life of Filipina, sharing my thoughts, my mindset about some specific things. I interview like the way you do. Yes, guys, please check on my channel, it's Wang, and you gonna feed four mouths and one mother mouth if you do help me in there. So I gonna expect your support, guys, and thank you so much for having me here, Ismi.
Thank you so much.
I really do appreciate it.
Yes. So thank you so much, guys, for watching till the end. And we hope to see you
Yes,
in our next vlog. No hate, just love.
yes.